We're in Uruguay, ladies and gentlemen. How good's this? We made it, Miss Patty. Sunset off to our right. Dog in the back. Something dangerous dangerous in a good way, about throwing a man in a new country where he speaks the language, he's got time on the visa, and nothing but the dream to figure out what the country's about.
¿Qué camino para el viaje?
So what do you reckon, buddy? That behind us there is Argentina, and we're currently crossing the bridge that goes between Argentina and then to Uruguay, and this river runs out into the ocean. Very soon we're going to be changing this flag over and the flag on the back to Uruguay. Country number 3 of 23 on our route from Argentina to Alaska. What a day, what a day. That right there behind me is where we cross with this beautiful thing, Tori the Tuk Tuk, and my dog Patty into Uruguay. Beautiful, man. So this is our first time in Uruguay. I really don't know much about the country at all, but that's the whole reason we're traveling. We're gonna take the whole coastline up north till we get to the border of Brazil and then cross out. But we're gonna take our time. So I've got 90 days, Patty's got 60 days, the vehicle's got a year. Uruguay is quite a convenient location for overlanders in particular, where they know that they can leave their vehicle for the whole 365 days. And then if they're going to Africa or shipping the vehicle out to Europe potentially for another adventure, that's usually the happenings here in Uruguay. So it's gonna be a time, it's gonna be an adventure. Let's check out what Uruguay has to offer. Intro, music, cue it up, let's get it going. Yeah, you can kind of see the sun. It's already getting on late afternoon. So that's Fray Bentos. Ciudad Amiga. A friendly city is what they're calling themselves. I'm liking it. What do you reckon, Miss Patim? Uruguay, hey? Cruise ship out there. Hola. Parking up the Tuk Tuk because they've got a really nice kind of coliseum set up just to sit and chill. Mate culture is huge here, maybe even more than Argentina from what I've been told. So to just bring a mate, sit, chill, socialize is really, really nice. New country, you got to see like peak tourist Ryan right now. It's really awesome. You can see the motorcycles just there as well. That's another noticeable difference straight off the bat. The strictness of motorcycle helmets being compulsory here in Uruguay must be a big thing, because I've not seen anyone without one. Whereas in Argentina, you'd see them where they've just got the motorcycle helmet on their elbow and they're riding around. That's really cool. Patty's just back in the Tuk Tuk, protecting it, being a little legend. But I have heard that Uruguay is plenty safe, so especially when you're in a small town, there's not much to worry about. But after us being chilling in apartments and things in Buenos Aires, I need to get her like accustomed to being in the Tuk Tuk again, because sometimes she's a little bit whiny when I kind of leave her for the first 5 minutes, a little cutie. But check that out. I believe that's all Argentina out there, which is really cool. Yeah, plenty of people just sipping mate there. It's really cool. So first stop, we're feeling a bit peckish. This is a rotisseria, little spot you can get some like takeaway food. See what it's about. Muy bien.
Me queda algo así.
Ok. ¿Cuánto cuesta eso?
Coco, ¿qué precio tienen? La napolitana con puré. 2.80.
2.80. Perfecto. So I got dinner sorted, a little lasagna. Just figuring out prices and things. You okay, miss? You excited? And just as we're walking out, Old Love was giving us directions for where we can go tonight to have a place to stay. So I think that's best to start fresh on the day, not try to wild camp and all this crap. Park this Tuk Tuk up. We're just going across the road to a house of change. We might walk through the plaza though. This is gorgeous. Mate, Uruguay's got it going on. So the bank we went to said it's just across the road. Some banks do. Some banks are just normal banks. They're not just like house of change where they can give you the pesos that you need. So what is going on? Just a huge change, man. Like, we're almost a shouting distance from Argentina, and we've got like a plaza like this. Just gorgeous. Kind of rustic, old school. That's what I love about traveling, man. Just rocking up to a country, zero expectations. I speak the language, so at least I can get around. I can feel I am disorientated, like no cash and stuff, so not so much a cash society here. You can at least use your card. Hola, señor. ¿Estás cambiando?
Yo te cambio, ¿qué tenés tú?
Yo tengo pesos argentinos.
Bueno, 003. 1000 argentinos serían 30 uruguayos.
Puedes cambiar. ¿Te molesta si estoy grabando? Ok, gracias.
Muy bien, mucha suerte, que pase bien. Bueno, ¿cuánto hay acá?
Menos de 100.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Acá llevas 54.
Perfecto.
¿Qué más?
Más acá.
2200. Está.
Perdón.
Y este 10.000.
Perfecto. Gracias. Ciao.
Gracias a ti, que pase bien.
Ciao.
Bueno, tú mira.
So that's it. My first time seeing Uruguayan pesos. The dude that sits, got his table set up and he's changing cash. So it's not a whole lot of pesos argentinos. It was like maybe $80 US. So we got a decent like price. I wasn't expecting to get robbed, but I wasn't expecting like, yeah, for very little money. Just nice to have a little bit of cash to buy a few bits and pieces. So like they said, 80 USD is maybe like 2,700. I feel really safe, man. I'm just like flashing money out. I gotta stop being a dickhead out here in Latin America. ¿Cómo anda, amigos? ¿Todo bien?
Marcos,
Un gusto, un gusto.
¿Primero en Uruguay?
Sí, primer día, llegué hoy.
¿Primer día?
Sí, sí, sí. ¿Has visto mis videos en TikTok? Qué bien.
Él dijo, él es el de TikTok, dice.
Sí, 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 sí. Qué bien que algunas uruguayas conocemos. Hospedaje. Hay una por allá, ¿no?
Ah, Ubisi, la Ubisi.
¿Es buena? ¿Que ese tampero tiene garaje?
No sé si hace tan perro ahí.
Lo buscas por GPS,
Sí.
Las Cañas, balneario Las Cañas, y ahí te lleva derechito.
Poner la carta a cualquier lado.
Y ahí vas a llevar a recepción, hay una cabinita y ahí
Sí.
consultas a ellos y ellos te
Perfecto,
dicen.
perfecto.
Es gratis.
Perfecto.
Okay.
So the legends that roll with a dog as well. We've been spotted. Apparently Uruguayans as well have seen our TikTok. They've just mentioned if you got a tent, why don't you just camp for free down by the water, I believe. So 8-kilometer drive we've got, and then apparently during this time of year it's free. That's what we're gonna do. How good. We are actually camping tonight, Patty. Bit of freedom on our first night of Uruguay. First bakery experience. could be dangerous. That's the panaderia. Oh man, I love this spot. Little apartment block buildings. Pretty sweet, man. Yo, old school. Old school, man. Never mind, bakery's closed. That's weird. It's like weekday prime time. Oh well. I'm so happy, man. Got a couple Aussie tunes playing on the speaker. Maybe what we got? Maybe this one? Come on, come on. Turn it up now. Yo, man. ¿Es para acampar esta época?
Sí,
Ok. ¿Acá? ¿En cualquier lado?
en cualquier.
Ok. Sería buenísimo.
Hasta allí
Sí.
no hay agua caliente.
No hay problema. No hay problema. Perfecto. Es buenísimo. Gracias. And look at that. A free camping. Uruguay. First night. It's showing off. They just said there's no hot water. That's not an issue. That's bathrooms and put your tent anywhere. That's fantastic. Free. Our little camping table. Patty's on the zoomies. Hey, come. Yes, good come. Yes. So this has just worked out so much better than it could have gone. Just a free night of sleep in a more expensive country than we're used to. So we're going to be comfortable, safe. How good. Patty, you can see that she's just very happy and in her element when we're free. Watch it go. I was trying to find her and then she's just zoomed past. Oh no. It's Patty on the zoomies. So we're going to go see a place tomorrow that we've been told you've got to go see when the sun's up. So traveling is cheaper than you guys maybe think it is. So once you're in the country, things go well. Things always work out. So we're loving it. Patty, hey. Oh my gosh. First time using the new Brogas sponsor stove. Spigot spare, mate. This is high tech. This is hectic. Nice. Got some random spices we found in a corner store. Bit of pepper, peas and tuna. Patty's just finished off her dinner. She's looking for more. So that's our little bit of a feed plus some bread rolls. Something beautiful about just finishing off some dinner, setting up the tent, and then going to sleep on darkness. Maybe a bit of Netflix in the tent, but yeah, how good's this?
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cup my tea. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong.
Happy, Miss Patty?
I want it all.
What a day. Just woke up, packed up the Tuk Tuk, packed up the tent, fitted some cameras, cleared out the back seats, so now Patty has it all to herself. And we're ready to go. We just wanted to have a little quick morning walk down to the beachfront, check out the ocean. Looked on the map, it's more so a river, very long river that heads out to the ocean. And seeing on the drone as well, one side being Uruguay and the other side being Argentina, just a little stone's throw. Gonna go check it out with Miss Patty. So it's currently not the season, but when we are in season, this place must be packed. Just little beach houses that would be selling bits and pieces and things. Yeah, it's not so popular because it gets down to about 0 degrees some nights. I heard Friday's gonna be a bit cold, so we might look to stay in an apartment for that night. Oh, someone's selling some stuff. Selling jewelry and things over to my left. Look at that. The quick walk. There's the river. Whoa, you're just showing off now. Free. Down and out to the water's edge. Somewhat of a beachfront. Very nice. Very nice. You can see the asado culture is still huge as well, barbecues and that. Even wood carvings as well. That one behind me must be in progress, but mate, you're having the best time. Now we're back at the Tuk Tuk, ready to send it on out. Plan today is 220-kilometer drive along a coastal highway for a bit more scenery. That'll first take us into Mercedes, and then we'll jump on that highway all the way to Colonia. So Colonia apparently has some different architecture that's really gorgeous. I'm keen to check it out. Relax, 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 relax. Relax. Alright. So it's a bit of a chillier one this morning, and the Tuk Tuk's telling me about it. We're taking a while to get warmed up. Paddy's now very excited. A lot of dogs around here in this kind of rural town. Architecture very different to what we've typically been seeing. That's a beautiful Uruguayan flag. But we're making our way. Paddy's seen other dogs. Hey, you gotta relax now, okay? Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like a movie scene out here. What is that? That's cool. A VW. Wow. On road. Off to Mercedes, where we're gonna try to find a bakery, I think.
Que me llega el sentimiento, los momentos en el coche que vivimos sin reproche, los extraño, no te miento.
Well, we made it to the town of Mercedes. Pretty low-key vibe if you're checking out behind us. I like it though, I like it. And this is just across the road, that's just the panaderia. You wouldn't know it, but the locals pointed it out, so. Wow, hay mucho, es impresionante. Es mi primera vez adentro en panadería de Uruguay, entonces.
Bakery.
¿O no?
Baker.
Bakery. Yes. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. ¿Qué recomiendas?
Sweet or salad?
Sweet sounds good. ¿Esos?
Good.
Son buenos. Okay, they're good.
Bizcocho en general.
Sí.
Los bizcochos es lo clásico, siempre.
Ok, perfecto. Tal vez voy a probar tu recomendación.
Ok.
Uno de esos. ¿Y son alfajores con maní?
Sí, esos sí son con maní.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful experience in the panaderia there. All up was $2.50. So we got a pastry, an alfajor, like a traditional one. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, just half a kilo of whole meal bread, whole wheat bread. So I'm gonna try to find eggs at this little verduleria. Speaking English and then trying to say a Spanish word, it comes out with the worst pronunciation, but anyway, we're getting there. So we're gonna probably find a spot maybe along this coast to cook up these eggs. I'm looking forward to it. And then the bag of 6 eggs there, that was $1.20. Oh, la bonita. What have we got? I'm gonna hook into this now. That's looking gorgeous. So the homemade alfajor on the streets of Uruguay, Mercedes. We'll check it out. It's good. It's really good. And this here was the baker's recommendation, but it costed, I think, a bit of jam as well. How good. On the sweet bread, that's good. Not as much as like I hoped for filling. I thought there'd be a lot more, but I think it's just a little dab of the two. Mostly bread. That's good though. It's good, especially with a bit of mate. And this thing right here is probably the closest thing you're gonna find to a tuk tuk in Uruguay. So yeah, especially with the flag, it was just so inviting. I had to pull up next to it. Here we are in, where are we, Miss Putty? We're in the farm fields. We've driven maybe an hour and a half. Time to get some breakfast into us and rest up the tuk tuk now. So this is how the sights are kind of looking. And that's how it's been looking along the highway the entire time.
Los mensajes archivados, el cielo hacías para un lado, me ignorabas todo el tiempo. Y si tú quieres que tengamos un encuentro, contigo yo ya no vuelvo, me fallaste, eso es cierto, en el cora aquí lo siento. Así suena.
¿Cerrado? Ok. Chao, chao. Hola, bonitos. Vamos. Oh, it's not looking good. Okay. Hey. Oi. Not a good idea. Hey, potty. 360 camera going wild right now. Hey, basta. Hey, basta. I'm sorry for that, miss. I turned in, she had the sign for torta fritas and cakes and things. I was keen. A little sweet for the road, but I really just pissed off her dogs and rode away with nothing. Side of the highway, it's getting late, real late. The sun's going down real quick, so I just seen her turn off for a simple camp. I think it might be better to camp in a campsite. It's all very barren landscape, farm landscape. No wild camps are gonna be going on. But last night was a really good vibe. A little bit of a campsite situation. That one was a public campsite, but this one looks private, so I think the coast is clear. I'm gonna turn on into it. Sounds budget. I need a shower, and it looks, yeah, way off the highway, so kind of safe. I'm gonna indicate here with my hand, because I had the indicator on for a while. Yeah, look at that, Patty. I don't know, this looks like our vibe. Nonetheless though, it's been a really good day of driving. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Hay un lugar para camping? Hey, relax. Tengo una perra.
Cerrar por las dudas.
Claro.
¿Me esperas un poquito que voy a
Sí. So maybe the sign was wrong. I don't know, it says welcome here, but maybe, yeah, I don't know. She's gonna ask her partner, I believe, if we can stay, but it might have been a surprise. That's a big dog. Está bien. Hola, hola. Hola, hola. 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 Está bien, sí. Sí, está bien, sí. Sí. Y yo tengo todo para acampar.
Alquilan el glamping por ¿cómo es que se llama donde lo alquilan?
En Airbnb.
Por Airbnb.
Ah, ok.
Pero si tenés para alquilar, para todo
Acampar,
lo
sí.
tuyo,
Sí.
no creo que tengas problema.
Ok,
Para
perfecto.
alquilar.
Puede ser ahí,
Ok, perfecto.
no hay problema.
Sería muy bien, gracias.
Dale.
No, por favor.
Y tengo efectivo. ¿Cuánto?
¿Para qué? ¿Para la carpa?
Sí, sí.
No sé, no. Habla con ella.
¿Qué raza es ese perro cerca?
Esos son cimarrones. Es la única raza nativa de Uruguay.
Wow.
Sí.
Es parecido dogo argentino.
Parecido.
Okay. You're okay. You're okay. They just said watch out for the cow patties. Relax, hey. Relax. Well, this is us for the night. How beautiful. I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to put you on a leash, miss. And introduce you to the cows, because you're not really a fan of cows. I didn't realize they were gonna be at the fence like this. But this is nice, eh? Gonna put AirPods in tonight for these ones. These little moves. Pop like a relaxing playlist on to get to sleep. The farm owner was just telling me that they've got the little calves and they had to separate them today because they needed them to grow on their own, not just be relying on the mum so much. So they've just had them back together tonight, and that's why the cows are mooing so much. So it is what it is. It's part of the farm experience, I guess, that we're currently living tonight. Pati and I, yes. Whoa, check it out, legends. Not bad. It's far from 5 stars, but we're making it work. A little bit of bread on the side. Pati is being so well behaved, hey? Yeah, you're pretty unbothered, which is surprising with these cows. I got the tent just there. We're just pretty much gonna call it a night there. Pati's in the tent with me tonight. Everything's real safe. Nice dinner, Netflix on the side. What a day, what a day. We cannot complain. Thanks again, legends, for joining us on another weekly episode. See you next week. There you go. We're all tucked in. Good night.